Law
You know, night shift.
enforcement, that will send the wrong message.
Is night shift at least quiet in your area? I mean, I know around here in the Norman area, man, it is not quiet at all. It is not quiet at all around here.
Does this do crop destruction?
Oh, I thought you said somebody was crop dusting. I was like, dude, that's on your own.
Bodies, you crop dust all the time. No, the big brute does not break the crops.
Okay, see, that's it. I didn't want to test it. You tested it. I was going to tell you to test it.
I just did, yeah. I just kind of drove by the corner, and now I'm spinning donuts out here in Field 7, which is ready to harvest, and I'm in the big brute and just running around.
Going ham on it right there. That was awesome. Well, at least we know now, so I don't have to be all scared after certain stages. I'm going to do this crazy in my life.
Yeah, big brute can definitely roll it. Roll it. Rolling.
Good to find out 5 days before the release of 19. This whole time I've been playing it easy with it. Anthony, man, how is it going your way? That's something I didn't ask you too, Todd. How's it going? I hope it's going your way since I haven't seen some of y'all in a whole while. As usual, hope everybody's having a great day, night, afternoon, morning, or evening. Well, I got people from all over the world. That's what I love the most. Got my Canadian friends. Got my fellow Okie over here. Got some Sweden, got some Scotland, got them from all over. Where's Big Daddy been? That's what I want to know. I haven't heard nothing about Big Daddy. He popped up for that big stream of the Aussies and did a couple of little other streams with Mercury Farm and I ain't heard nothing out of him since. I don't know if he's just laying back and waiting for 19 to come out. Man, Anthony doing really good, man. It's good to be back. Was gone this whole weekend. Me and the wife celebrated the first anniversary. Had to do some stuff and do some stuff with the family. Some kids got to go out and have a good dinner, all kinds of stuff like that. And me and her got to go out bar hopping. She don't drink, so I got to go bar hopping. She was supposed to put the money in the jukebox. And that's the thing, you don't put money in the jukeboxes around here. You're running a damn credit card.
Yeah, it costs $1.50 now.
Yeah, I'm saying. Yeah, I'm saying.
Oh, you can get 4 for $5. Excuse me?
Yeah, that's exactly what she was doing. And I'm like, she's like, okay, like she goes and plays, you know, and she goes to Brother 5, whatever, and I'm like, it's my last year. She's like, okay, we're gonna leave after this. And it's like, oh no, we're not leaving until the 5th song plays. Right. Like, wait back for it. Like, I want to hear what you have to play. It's like, I remember the old put 75 cents or not even that, 50 cents got you, you know, 2 plays. That's 25 cents a play right there. I admit it ain't the quality where the whole club was bumping and stuff like that when you played your jukebox, but we got to do that. She got to run around. Like I said, y'all saw the traffic video where we got caught in that after game traffic. That's why y'all can tell I was inebriated. I was. That's why I was so glad I had her driving. Even though it ain't no better, I probably could have did better drunk. I'm just saying, besides you were fine if I got caught. Glad she was asleep. She'd kick my ass right now.
I'm just waiting to hear it. It'll happen. I got 2 viewers.
Hello, them village idiots keep you busy, man. They keep you busy. Some of them got some interesting stories too, and that's where you get to hear Todd. That's where you get to hear the line of bullshit you've never heard before, so you know what to listen for next time. Well, I tell you, officer, it's because the wind blew out the south, man. Don't you know what happens when the wind blows out the south? Crazy stuff. It's like a full moon. It's like a full moon. Touche. I got you on the next one. But yeah, like I said, it was good. Like I said, I just forgot we had the home game. Like I said, I was watching from my phone, should have known it was at home, and then had to go check it out. Had to go over there and try to, you always, the bars are cool, but when you can get in, you pay $20 and go into the parking lot party. That's what I call it, the whatever tailgate party. Where they have several tailgate parties, but it's a parking lot party. You can just walk through that thing and wear a Sooner jersey and a hoodie, and then they're like, drinks. You want a drink? You want a drink? Yeah. You want some food? Yeah.
I
Yeah, but
do.
I admit
Thank you
I've
very
never.
much.
Yeah, I do. No, literally, like I got drunker there than I did at the bar because it didn't cost me a thing. And that's why when we left off, well, we thought we left off before the game was going to, but no, it was like I said, a lot of people left before the game was over because they thought they were going to lose. Nobody had no faith, and I admit it was one of the most nail-biting. I said more cuss words that there's no way I could have streamed any kind of stuff about it kind of game that we've had in a long time. 47-48 was the final on that one, if I'm not mistaken. Had a couple beers in, but I want to say it was 1 point off. And it went back and forth the whole time to where even I stopped watching the game. I mean, I had no choice. I was drunk. So I was just walking through the parking lot partying. My wife had to keep my, them little leashes you get for the kids. I'm totally against them for the kids, but they're all right for you to put around your husband or your wife. I mean, she don't drink. Like I said, she's not a drinker. She can't drink. She can't afford to drink because she's on 24-hour call. So they could call her in at any minute, and they call her in, and she even blow, like, a lot of the times, like, first thing in the mornings and stuff like that, when she goes through the gate there at her job, they give you a breathalyzer test, and they give you a little strip that you dip underneath your tongue or rake your tongue with it. One of them, of course, is for alcohol. One of them is for drugs. And then they have a little bitty test box that is sitting there, like a trailer that they haul around, that the police department hauls around, or their own drug test lab people. And they go through there and run those through the test. If you fail either one of them, you are fired on spot. So if she does have a drink, she usually don't do it till she knows she's off that next day, just in case like she ain't on the call, because you never know. And then one time she could chance it, like I said, they were gonna give her a breathalyzer. Well, she only had one drink, so she blew. But like I said, that's the thing with that job. Is it don't matter if you're under the legal limit. They ain't the law enforcement. When they have the people there, it's a drug testing and an alcohol testing facility thing that comes through there. It's zero tolerance, which means you can be under the level and you're still going to get fired because it's zero tolerance. And so it kind of screws on having any. But like I said, she loves that. That's her profession. So, and I ain't never seen a woman make that much money doing something that's hard to labor as she has to. It's hard to find a woman that works as hard as you, if not harder than you. She can outwork you, I'm not going to lie. That's because I got moved up to the penetration pay. Once you get in an office that's got climate control, you kind of don't want to go back out there to have to do it. Yeah, it does, man. Like, they got her there, but they're trying to build their company. They've had a lot of problems with people drinking out while they're working and coming to work drunk and then totaling trucks. It does spoil you. It does. Like I said, it makes her stay on her A game. I wasn't a very good influence on her when we first got together. And her other company was lenient. But we found one closer to home and pays her a lot more. And so, I mean, she's literally from where we're at, even right now in the motel, like 10 minutes away from her work. She tried Walmart for a little bit. She really did. She's not a people person at all. She can't take it for shit. Yeah, don't drink and drive. Yeah, you got it right. You got it right. I know I say that I drink sometimes when I play the game, but I don't even, I mean, you'll see eventually that the game even gets a hold of it sometimes, where I'll be making some mistakes. But no, I don't condone drinking and driving. The worst, I guess you could call drinking and driving infraction that I've got on my record from, was open container. I passed all my tests and everything like that, but open container, still open container. So it was a hassle, and that scared me enough to where, yeah, I just assume drink a lot before you get in the car and leave, as long as you got a driver. And I can't afford taxis all the time, so I'm glad I got a good wife that tolerates. But she loves good food. You know, a lot of these bars and stuff around here have a like real good bar and grill, you know, and stuff like that. Or bar food's the best. I'm sorry, I don't know what something.
Oh yeah.
And it's not because I'm drunk, but a lot of bars, you know, that have real good bar food. And some people really just go to the bar to have the food. Believe it or not. I know some people are going to be like, bull crap. Like, I'm real. Like, I used to for a while when I stopped drinking. But then, you know, 2 kids later and then a wife, it's like, I got to take up drinking again. But like I said, the bar food is beyond on point, especially with her. She loved. That's the only reason why if it was for the fact that we don't go to no bar that don't have food except for one. It was the first bar we ever went to here, Well, it's not too far away from where we live at, like 10 minutes or something like that. Yeah, bar food, see, yeah, bar food is great. That's what Todd says. Bar food is great. Like I said, you can just go in there to eat. I'm not talking about just like Buffalo Wild Wings or anything like that. I'm talking about like some old back street bar pubs that don't look like much, but they got some good food they throw out. But the first bar we ever went to together was just a regular pool hall bar. We are known there as regulars. I am for sure. She was just a regular because I always had to call her to come pick me up. And so they know her by heart. Like I said, she gets all the free soda she could drink. They have a good policy there to where if you're a DD, you get marked up with the X's and you got free soda for the whole night. Any soda, your choice. More deaths than anything. You get a taxi or what? Hey, you got. Uh, yeah, Anthony, the walking stuff. I would assume have a good friend or taxis, man. Because even walking, like I said, it doesn't. It also involves a PI if you're too bad, and then also you can endanger yourself walking just as bad as you could driving. I mean, you around here with trains, we got bad traffic, and so you step somewhere, that's all it takes. You know what I mean? You step in the wrong place, the wrong time, like you can't take that back. But I have had friends that have got DWIs before, and when they say, especially from the state I was from in Texas and everywhere else, DWIs, you can't afford them, you really can't. Like, I got a friend that's still paying on one, and that was 7 years ago, and plus the probation, all that kind of stuff like that. Like I said, so you really can't afford them. But like I said, and it's a hassle of what if you don't get caught? What if there ain't a law enforcement that does stop you, get you caught up, and then you do end up killing somebody or yourself? There's a lot you can't take back. Oh yeah, and my friends are probably gonna hate me right now for saying this. I know my wife loves me already, so I can say this, but I do keep sober friends. A lot of people don't understand. I have some straight edge friends that don't do nothing. They don't even smoke cigarettes. They exercise every day. They go to the gym, but they will go to a bar with you when you say you're gonna go to a bar by yourself to make sure. Which I always get dropped off at bars. I don't ever drive to a bar. I always get dropped off. It's just easier, and most of my bars are within 2 or 3 blocks from the house. I don't live very far off of the main street here in Norman, and that's where a lot of the good social bars are. And so, yeah, Todd, the real bar food is the best. I'm just saying, man, like, there is times that when we have a babysitter for the kids, it's like, man, we want a good hamburger, especially like burgers and good greasy food like that. We'll go to a bar. They got the garage around this area, and also like Oklahoma City and stuff. They got a place called the Garage. They got good burgers there, man. Good burgers. Their drinks are outrageous. They'll rape you on drinks. So don't go there to drink. Just go there to eat. Yeah, see, Todd confirms that right there. Generally, a DUI will cost you about 10K. That's the attorney fees, fine cost, and the fees to regain your driver's license. Like I said, it ain't worth it. Right there, Anthony. Just in case you don't know Anthony, Todd is a police officer here in the great state of Oklahoma where I live. And so he can confirm that. Like I said, I've had several friends that shoot. 10K was a kind of a light kick for them. I want to say 15, 20K, but like I said, there was also I know one of them was a repeat offender. That was his second time. Another one had his kid with him, believe it or not, which I totally don't condone. Anytime we even when I go out to a bar to drink by myself, and my wife doesn't drink, we have a babysitter. Like, just to, I mean, because you can't take kids to a bar, which I know some of these bar and grills allow kids, but I don't want to be that couple that takes your kids in there even just to eat. It's kind of far-fetched.
Hey, cowboy, how's it going?
But yeah, whenever he got caught up with a kid, they added what was it? I want to say reckless child endangerment on his, and that was a whole different setup for him. Like,
Yeah.
that racked him pretty hard right there. So, but I got you with that. Yeah, no, that is true, Todd, right there. Like, that is a I even lost some respect for him on that deal. He was, as he claimed, running to a store, but it's something as simple as running to a store. You know what I mean? And not only did he have his kid in the vehicle with him as he was intoxicated, but he didn't even have his kid buckled into the car seat or nothing. His kid was running the back seat free. And so I told you so was an understatement when it came to that. It was just like, dude, what were you thinking? And that was the problem. He wasn't. But he's paid for that. He even had supervised visits to make sure he was off just alcohol. He wasn't on no drugs, nothing like that, just alcohol. But he had supervised visits. His wife could not let him back around the kids until he went through all kinds of different stuff. Oh, that's right. Nicholson Farms are in Canada right there. He's got the RCMP, Royal Canadian Mounted Police. Hey, man, when he says RCMP, don't think about Dudley Do Right. They're totally different down that way. I had somebody the other day talk about the RCMP and talking about, yeah, I love Dudley Do Right. Is that what you're talking about? And it's like, no. Trust me, if they were that way down there, I'd be down there. I'd be down there. That is the truth. That is the truth. And me, like, as far as me being a social drinker, I can have just as good time. Like I said, I only got really one group of friends I hang around, and I call them friends. It's just my best friend and his wife and their kids. We can get together. The wives don't drink. Usually me and him drink. The kids are running around playing. The wives are watching the kids. We always got a place to stay overnight. We don't have to worry about it. As a matter of fact, his wife takes her keys. Even though my wife don't drink, she don't let. I think she just likes the company. She's like, I'm taking your keys, and it's like she's not drinking. We want her to go home. You know, it's okay. Y'all stay here. I can respect that a lot, man. You made me respect you a lot more right there, Todd. I'm for real. Like that, right? Because like I said, I lost respect for my friend over that whole deal. Like I said, that just he had a lot to lose right there. And I mean, hey, and the sad part is, a sober man, knowing him sober, he cared so much for his kids. You know what I mean? Like he really did. But he made one mistake, and it did open his eyes. Like, as a matter of fact, I'm proud to admit that he quit drinking completely. Which I'd imagine after $20,000 or more of fines, and then having to go through all kinds of programs, counseling, going through CPS, having to deal with that. You know, they even came down on his wife because of the fact that she let him leave. Well, she was a nurse and had worked night shift, and so the night that he chose to take off, she had to get called from work to come pick up the kids. And at least the officers were cool enough to sit on the side of the road and wait on her to drive. I want to say it's an hour and a half to come back and pick up the kids. They could have just released them to CPS, or I don't know what they have down here in Oklahoma, but in Texas it was CPS. They could have just, released them to CPS, but no, they waited on her to come through and explain the severity of the situation. And I mean, and I'm not condoning any kind of drinking and driving with your child, but at least have common sense enough to buckle them up, man. Like, something like that. You're going to get busted regardless. But at least you're still going to get reckless child endangerment because you're under the influence of alcohol. But at least your kid stands a chance if you do mess up and have a wreck. But yeah, I have zero tolerance when it comes to any kind of. That's just as bad as beating your kid. Like, that's child negligence. Like, I'm not, and I'm probably going to stir up a bad vibe with some people, but I'm not one that believes in that whole. I went to work and forgot my child in the back seat of a 120-degree car. I'm sorry. Like, if you can remember to get your fucking cell phone out of a car, how do you not fucking remember that you had your kid with you? I think that is basically the same as CPS. Okay. But I think that's a piss poor excuse for you. I don't know. I mean, y'all might all have a different opinion on that, but I don't care what kind of hours you work. There's 4 main things I do before I get out of my vehicle. I check for my phone. I look in my back seat. It's not only to check if my kids are there. It's to check and see what all I have in my truck, to know what I have in my truck before I lock it up. Of course, put away anything that I need to put away. Like, say, I have a concealed handgun license. I carry a pistol with me. Sometimes my work, certain yards we go to don't allow you to carry that pistol into work. And so I always look back, whatever check, make sure, put my pistol up if I can't take it into the facility I'm going into. And all that stuff. And so one thing, though, as I find is a piss poor excuse, is saying that, you were overworked, you or whatever, to forget a child. Like, and they get away with it. You know what I mean? That's getting away with murder, in my opinion. I don't know, other people have a different opinion on that deal, but I work in the oil field. that's a 24-hour call, 365 days a year, 7 days a week. Like, but I'm still going to be alert enough even after running 34 hours, which you get breaks, you get to sleep and everything like that to know if I had my kid with me or not. And so that's just one thing that I really frowned upon that, and I understand, like I think I've heard some, dads say, well, it wasn't, normally my wife takes the kids to, school or to whatever. She was out that day and it's like, piss poor excuse. I'm sorry. Yeah, forget a child, really. Exactly, Todd. Like, that's what I don't understand. Like,
Kind of running low on options there on the farm. Wait for the next growth pattern for more fertilizer.
Need me to speed up the clock?
No. We'll stare at a truck. People aren't here to watch us actually farm. They're just here for the chat.
Right, you ain't here to watch us farm. You're here for the actual chat. I said I wasn't trying to rub nobody wrong with that whole, my opinion on that whole forgotten child thing, but
Cool. I'm just tired. 11 o'clock, man.
Yeah, me too.
y'all gonna be calling here pretty soon?
Yeah, unfortunately, for some reason, today wasn't bad, but I don't think I fully recouped for Monday, so.
Yeah, Monday was some hours right there for sure. I got, what, over an hour and a half to wait for Cowboy anyways, I want to say. What did he say? 12:15?
Yep.
Days. And it's just 11:14.
You gotta get all hyped up and stuff, man. Be talking, and
Anthony,
we gotta do something to do.
Good. That is very good. Oh yeah, it's still early for me. That's it. It's still early.
And that is still the light green. Okay, cultivated, harvested. Fertilized. Needs plowing.
Todd Nicholson Farm had a question. If you've ever caught an underage underage drinking. I'm pretty sure being in law enforcement, he's probably had more than one run-in with some underage drinking. Probably. I don't want to speak for him. Bodies, where did you go? Oh, okay.
Over here harvesting these beans.
Well, yeah, no, I thought you were still running the through pattern over here on the other side. Do you have the truck over there with you? I guess I could dump this thing over there and sit in that truck. You don't have to... Yeah, as I say, I'm gonna go dump this thing straight into the silo. I don't know why I keep running. I brought it over here earlier and dumped it into your truck while it was down there. So you didn't fill it up that fast. So I don't think you were thinking it was full that fast. It's just habit. But cool, we got an under truck. Run it over there. Do whatever.
Hotster, how goes it?
Oh, found you on Twitch?
No, I came back over to YouTube.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you probably get Not very many people are. I mean, we will all transition. I want to transition to 19. But where it's at, that's why I'm mostly Farmmits Simulator. Farmmits Simulator streamers do it on.
No problems.
I don't know how you set it up on both. There's no way possible to stream both at the same time. Or do you have different settings?
I don't know. I just know one at a time. Well, I suppose if I use a capture card, stream to the one, capture to upload to the other.
And like you have a valid point then on that. That's a lot of things.
No problem, Telster, yeah. Come on over and scope out what you do.
Law enforcement and everything like that, they don't look at they just see them as writing tickets and pulling you over and asking you whatever. They don't look at what they have to see, what they have to deal with, and like you said, notifying next of kin, notifying, especially if they run across their own friends, something in a crisis situation or anything like that, and have to maintain professionalism whenever they handle a situation like that. That is a lot of stuff that people do overlook, Anthony, and so that is a valid point right there. It's not just about writing a ticket, getting a speed, or or busting people and stuff. There's a lot to it. There's a lot to it. That's why it's not just the law enforcement, it's EMS, the fire department, the whole works. A lot of them have to see stuff. Some of us have, and some of us may never see. There are people that go to war and everything that need to see some stuff that they don't want to talk about and everything like that. It's a war at home in a sense. There's a lot of stuff I couldn't stomach when it comes to some of the stuff that they do, and especially when it involves children and stuff like that. So you've got a valid point right there. Any kind of notification, especially if it's a death or something like that. Oh wow, so Roddy, man, a lot of respect right there. He's a firefighter here in my area, over here, close. But yeah, that's, like I said, it's something that I can actually say. I got, said my grandpa, he was a sheriff in a small county I live in Texas. I have some cousins, they're EMS, and I have some uncles that are volunteer fire around that area, volunteer. And so,
Volunteer.
I have a lot. There's a lot they don't talk about, of course. It's a confidentiality thing. Like I said, there's a lot that they take to sleep. As a matter of fact, I have my uncle who's never been in war or anything, that he suffered some PTSD over an incident that he had arrived on the scene and saw some stuff that he really couldn't take. He handled himself professionally then, but it affects afterwards. It is something stubborn. That's why my hat's off. My back the blue hat that I wear, so y'all may see whatever. It's because of the family that I do have that's in law enforcement. I myself wanted to be in law enforcement, but my record spoke for itself on that. It was also what kept me out of being in the Army. Exactly. They do it to save lives. Difference in the way they can. So I see, I'm not trying to put nobody on no different pedestal. It's the same thing. We have our armed forces that go out and they do their things to make sure we can sit here like we can right now, stream, play our video games, talk to y'all all in chat, do whatever. Then we got our guys here at home that handle the mess of a busy night. Something like I said, a lot of it ain't just because of drunk drivers, stuff like that. Accidents really do happen. That's the saddest part about it. Nobody can really predict winner. Okay, that's the thing. Whatever happens, happens. But like I said, so you got the guys overseas, and you got the guys here to make sure we can. Because think about it, if there's martial law, there was no law, we might not have a game system to play on.
All right, later.
Bodies is out of see you around the right there, not police officer in our area has confirmed that. So there's a lot that goes on. It's a lot more than what a lot of people hold a police officer up to. Like, you always hear people criticize police officers and stuff like that over tickets, over whatever, you know, anything like that. But you never hear nobody giving the firefighter credit, EMS, anything like that. But it's because it's an easy target. Maybe they got pulled over one time. You know, I can tell you what, I have never been pulled over or been harassed by a police officer that I didn't bring it on myself. I can promise you all that. Like, you know, maybe there is a rare occurrence that you do run across an officer that, you know, gets you something weird, but there ain't been a time. I'm 30 years old. Since I was 16, I've dealt with police for speed, different infractions. Not at one time have I not brought it on myself. I can, as a man, admit that to myself. You know, when it comes to tickets and stuff like that, any kind of charges I've got, I own up to it. It's been my own duty. But as far as like EMS and the fire department have to handle stuff, you know what I mean? Like they get a call. When that pager goes off, when they hear that, they just automatically they go to the scene. Same way with law enforcement. Usually law enforcement's already there. They get the scene assessed, get the closed down, let EMS know what they may need, fire department. But when they get that page, they go out and they show up. It's right there in that. Real good kid, man. Good to see you, man. I'm sorry you missed the one earlier. We are still going for a whole minute here.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to cut her out now. Just need a day of rest, I guess.
Yeah, see, I mean, as a law, as an officer, I agree with that. So that's one thing that I can't move against any officer that ever wrote me a ticket or taken me to jail. I promise, I absolutely. All right, you can relieve that whatever you can do with help or
50.
go ahead and get that off. We're gonna run down there and grab that part where the body's at and bring it out there so I can cut my.
Yeah, you do it just right. Hop in and out of them.
I'm just gonna try to get them running and just chase them.
Well, you can, but when you get down to the other end, you take over the outside one and let the computer let the inside one turn it around, you know, and then you start the other one. You know, you kind of got to hop them. Then you can works out pretty well.
Farm says good night, crew. See you in another.
Right, man. Nicholson Farms. Yep.